Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here with an introduction to the readings for the month of April. Now, just to let you know what type of work I'm doing here, I'm going to start with a tarot spread with a deck called Lady Lescott Tarot. Quirky, very quirky deck. Then I'll be using to highlight that two things, depending on how I feel at the moment. The VERA SIBILLA cards that you know, and then this lovely Lenormand deck that my friend Shivani, hi Shivani, had made for me. And I'll be using that as well. And of course the runes. I'm reading for you on the 17th, which would be the new moon. So there is an added energy to these readings and really stepped up insight. Let's get on to the readings, ladies and gentlemen. Taurus, this is Christelle. This is the result of your reading, and I'm showing you this before the reading because at some point at about 9 minutes you will see and expect that there's a break in the recording, a shift, and then the video just goes black. I'm so sorry for that. I don't know what happened, but I wanted to keep the reading. Enjoy it anyway. Bye-bye. Hi, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. It's your turn now. Let's take a look at the month of April for you, Taurus. See what's in store for the month of April. Okay, one more. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. Really interesting cards. Well, let's start by saying that you come into the month with a thought of not knowing what's going to happen in April. You're really thinking, well, what is going to happen in April to me? I've made all these decisions. Excuse me. I've made all these decisions. I've made choices. Now I have to see my life unfold. And there's a very, very distinct, you're very distinct in the fact that you're facing the month unknowing. You don't know. You actually do not know. Even if you try to visualize, you would not know. And what you are trying to achieve, your action toward your environment, toward what is happening, is with an attitude of an open heart. This 4 of Pentacles, this 4 of Wands, the Venus in Aries. You are opening to an extremely new situation, and you feel like you're a trailblazer. You really feel that this is the time. Never before have you felt like this, that you were in a position of being a trailblazer. Now you feel, you understand what it feels like. And what's interesting here is your environment. Your environment, where you are going, where you're operating, where you're working. I say that because there's this 2 of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. You it's basically a working environment that you're stepping into, a new working environment, and you have this this context, this completely a new page that's opening for you. And the idea is that, yes, I would like to know how to act upon that. Yes, I would like to go into it with a lot of self-confidence, and you do with this Four of Wands. But the environment does and is and remains unknown to you. Your emotions are quite interesting with this magician here. The magician is Mercury in Gemini and Virgo, and here you have, it's as if you're treading very slowly, but then you're moving, you're changing ideas. You're going forward very slowly, methodically. Excuse me. I keep shutting the camera off, but it just hits me when I don't expect it, the cough. Very methodically going forward. And there's one good quality you have, Taurus, in the month of April, and that's having complete faith in yourself, complete faith in the universe, and what is coming ahead. You have no doubt that it's working in your favor, come what may, even if there are sides to the story in April that may be not in your favor. For example, you're going to a new job, you're being paid less, but you still have a lot of faith and trust in that position, in your decisions that you've made. Now, the element of change is quite interesting here, because it comes out as the Ace of Cups. Cancer, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Cancer will be coming up after April. Cancer will be coming after 2 or 3 months, and that is when you'll really start to feel the change in your new job, your new environment, and the whole situation that has developed from the choices that you've made. Quite interesting, this. Now, what I'd like to do is take a couple of cards. First of all, on how you come into the month and the questions that you ask yourself. Yes, definitely here there will be a position, there's a new position that you don't know about how it actually will be. It's a job that you'll be going to daily. And it's you're working in a public environment, a new public environment. And that is, since it's so important, because you'll be there on a daily basis and it will be a repetitive type of activity. And you've signed your soul to the devil, let's say. You've made that decision, you've signed the contract, and you're ready to go. This is why it's so unknown to you, and you're still very, very, very hopeful. I'm going to take a couple of cards here on this Two of Pentacles, the environment, to see if I can tell you anything about it. Look, what's fundamental here is that first it was a winning, something, it was a prize that you were given, it was a career jump, it was something, it was some form of accolades. You won the position, or you, above other people, you were chosen. Okay, so that's very, very clear. It will not always be smooth sailing. However, it's only for the first period and the initial period. And like I said, the Cancer period, which is June, July, is when you're really going to start feeling at home. I'm going to take these Sibilla cards over the Magician here, which is our emotional state. You're holding all the cards, all dressed up and nowhere to go, though. Look, bambino child, sospiri, sighing and love. This is definitely, in your mind, you are very trustworthy, trusting in the position, and you're looking so forward to it. I'm reading now, as I said, on the 17th of March, on the new moon, And you're already starting to feel that anticipation from March. And all I have to say is that you are poised for success if you have the patience to wait for that period till Cancer. You're going to start seeing the fruit of your labor come up. Even in monetary terms, you'll be earning even more money. It's just when you start to understand the ropes. I'm going to take cards. Look at these beautiful cards. All right, this is lightness, leggerezza, superbia, vanity, anomato di preziosi, a gift. These smell of success. You will be awarded something. Either you will be promoted and you'll be, I don't know, a supervisor, you'll become a manager, you'll become, excuse me, a coordinator of some sort in your office or in your activity. But this is definitely the element of change, is that you will be reaching a position of notoriety in some way. You're going to be offered even monetary value to take on another position, to take on something. If it's not, it will not be in the month of April, as we saw, Cancer, but it will be coming in, and it will be tangible. It will be a tangible offer in the Cancer period, and there will tell you, look, for this, you'll be getting, I don't know how much money each week or each month more. Okay, so that will be coming on into you on black and white further on down the line. I'm going to take now the runes to see what they can shout out at us. All right, now it is just like I said, the initial period is going to be the difficult part for you, because you're not going to see the real earnings. You are actually were going to have to take a cut and pay, and you will see that those 2 months, and since you made such a big decision, and since you have changed radically what you were doing before, you're going to almost start to feel a bit of regret, and have a conversation or a little argument with your significant other. Those of you who have significant others, excuse me, in terms of, I told you not to take that job. You were making more money here. Now what are we going to do? And you know, so you have to admit that in part they are right, you know. What you don't see coming here, and you really don't see it coming, is what is going to be offered you further on down the line. That is, you know, unbeknownst to you in April. You have no clue about that. Keep that faith and trust. I have here Lagos Bright State, because it will be so smooth, the transition into this position, even though you see that perhaps it's not as profitable as you would have liked or you had. Please be reminded that your gift is going to be the gift of GAB. The more you speak to people on the job, the more success you will come your way. And Dayek is, of course, telling us that, look, Taurus, you're poised for, you made the right decision at the right time in the past few months, and now you just have to wait to see the fruits of your labor pouring into you, and you're going to have a lovely career. A lovely career. Doors are going to be opening to you that you had no clue even existed. I hope this was of help, Taurus, and good luck to you. Namaste, ladies.